Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to your practice. So tonight is the new moon, and I love these big gestures of the moon, these big, more dramatic phases of the moon. One, because they tend to be phases that we pay a little bit more attention to. Some of the mythology, the mysticism remains in our modern culture. But also, what it leads me to is this reminder that we are made of almost 75% water. And so during phases of the moon where the new moon is happening or the full moon is happening, not to mention all of the mystical things that are related to that changing of the energy of the universe, it is also really nice to remember that if you can imagine what happens to the ocean tide this time of month, this timing of the phase of the moon, the tides get really high and really low and really are reaching their peaks and also reaching the depths of their valleys. And so for me, it's a nice reminder because often we feel these sensations physically or emotionally or spiritually as we cycle naturally throughout the year. But sometimes we don't think about it on this more maybe slightly biological level where literally the portion of our body that actually represents the most of our physical body is really being pulled and governed by what is happening energetically around us in the universe. And while that may or may not resonate with you exactly, or maybe it brings up 100 other questions, what it also reminds me of is that most of us who are drawn to the yoga practice are really drawn to it for some deepened sense of fluidity, whether it's a fluidity in our mind, in our thinking patterns, whether it's a fluidity simply in the physical body, whether it's a fluidity in our spiritual path, letting things go, moving forward, how we're interacting with everything. And so it's also a nice reminder that we are actually fluid. Mostly, we are, by our very nature, fluid. And what the practice helps us to do is to break the places where we're trying to hold that fluidity unnecessarily, and also helps us to reestablish flow where maybe it's become deficient, and simultaneously helps us to kind of shore up the lines through which all of this fluidity flows. Because of course, if we didn't have steadiness, if a river didn't have a steady bank, the water wouldn't actually flow. It would just flood and move into places where it really isn't meant to be. So today, as we move into this practice, a little bit more physical, a little bit more physically demanding, maybe a little bit more advanced in some of the approach to the asana, a couple of things. One, please just do what feels good to you. If I move into a posture that's unfamiliar or that you haven't practiced regularly, especially because we're a little bit separated by time and space, please remember that yoga isn't about the goal. It's really just about how you're experiencing every choice that you make. So stay steady in your determination, but don't go to places that are so foreign that you lose your breath, that you lose your concentration, and maybe even lose your balance there at home. And remembering that at any time, even though it's easier probably to give yourself the possibility because you're just watching me on a video, if at any point you need to rest, lay down in Shavasana, return to child's pose, it's a really nice way to sort of pause, listen, and recuperate your determination before you continue on in the practice. Okay, so we're going to start in child's pose today. So touch those big toes together, separate the knees really nice and wide, and let the spine lengthen out in front of you by spider crawling the fingers forward any amount. And here as we begin, you can be a little softer with the energy of the arms, but try to be as heavy as possible with the hips and as relaxed as possible with the legs. So just take a little scan here from the tips of your toes up through the feet, the soles of the feet, the ankles, the shins, the calves, and just make sure you're not gripping or holding there. And if you haven't already, maybe relaxing the head between the arms. Maybe the third eye is kind of reaching down in the direction of the mat. Maybe it's resting there. But wherever you are, go ahead and close your eyes. And with the eyes closed, this more intimate way of listening to our experience, start to clue into the breath. You don't need to change anything about the breath. You don't need to do anything in particular here, but just beginning to watch the coming in and the moving out of the air. Remembering that as we cultivate fluidity, as we return back to our true nature of fluidity, the breath is such an important guide. The inhale always helping to give us more vigor, more energy, filling up. And the exhale, when it's needed, can really assist us in softening into things and feeling comfortable where we are, not needing to always seek and change and look for new things. Great. So for these next few deep breaths, just see if you can start to round out the breath a little bit, making it a little deeper, a little bit more full. See if you can perceive your belly rising toward the front of the thighs, the back of the body, expanding up and out, the sides of the ribs also expanding up and out, and then everything softening down a little bit more toward the mat. And then on your next inhale, begin to walk the hands over to the right, keeping the hips exactly as they are. Walking that left hand on a really long diagonal here and sitting the left hip back with a little bit more weight. Have a nice deep breath here into the left side of the rib cage. If you wish, you can turn the left ear down to the mat and you can sweep that right arm up and around the low back just to give a little bit more flexion to the spine. And another nice deep breath here. And then walk your way back to the center. Pause there for an inhale, and as you exhale, walk those hands up and over to the left, right hand reaching on a long diagonal, right hip sitting down and back with a little bit more intention and breathing deeply into the right side of the rib cage. And if you want, turn the right ear down to the mat and sweep that left arm up and over. Great. And walk your way back to the center, pausing there one last time. Take a nice deep inhale in. And as you exhale, maybe spider crawling the fingers even farther forward to elongate through the spine. Look between the hands. Begin to glide forward to the hands and the knees and step the knees in so that the knees land under the hips. Inhale, cow. Lift the head and tailbone. Soften the belly. Exhale, cat, round through the spine, rock gently forward toward the fingertips. Inhale, cow, soften the heart through the upper arms. Exhale, cat, round through the spine. Let the breath be your music. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Come on back to the center. Reach your right leg back behind you, toes facing down, and lift the right leg parallel to the mat. Look toward the front edge of the mat to keep the spine really nice and strong, and then come up onto your left fingertips. Reach the left arm forward in opposition to the right leg and hold steady here for an inhale. Exhale, draw the elbow and knee together under the belly, rounding the spine like cat. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, draw in and curl in. Good. Inhale, reach and stretch, staying steady, finding your coordination. Exhale, inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, drawing the strength of your center in. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, draw in and curl in. Beautiful. Inhale, reach and stretch. Keep the leg, drop the left hand. Sweep that right leg all the way up and over the left leg until the toes touch down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine a little bit more and then look over your left shoulder for your right toes. Have a big deep breath here, feeling the breath fill the right side of the rib cage, the top of the right hip a little bit more. And then inhale, swing that leg up and all the way out and around to the right until the foot lands flat to the ground. Press into the left palm, reach the right arm high for the sky, and drop the left ear toward the left shoulder. Swing the right arm back, down, forward, and up, and have a few big circles here, opening through the shoulder, stretching across the neck, and each reach up, an opportunity to open through the chest, the heart, any amount more. Good. The next reach up, pause there for an inhale. Exhale, lower the right arm, draw the right knee in. Inhale, cow, lift the head and tailbone, soften the belly. Exhale, cat, round through the spine, spread between the shoulder blades. Come on back to a neutral spine. Send that left leg back behind you and lift it parallel to the mat. Gaze to the front edge of the mat as you come to your right fingertips and reach the right arm forward as the left leg reaches strongly back. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee under the belly. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, draw in, curl in. Inhale, reach and extend out into the world. Exhale, draw in, hug yourself in. Inhale, reach and stretch, kind of like the high tide. Exhale, draw in, recede, kind of like the low tide. Inhale, reach and stretch in opposite directions. Leg stays, arm lowers. Sweep that left leg up and around the right until the toes touch down. Lengthen through the spine and look over that right shoulder in the direction of your left toes. A nice deep breath into the left side of the body here, and maybe even a little shifting, baby micro movements, just to explore what's going on in this situation. And then inhale, sweep that left leg up and all the way around and open to the left, foot flat to the floor, press into the right hand and reach the left arm up. Drop the right ear toward the right shoulder, swing the left arm back, down, forward, and up. Continue to drop the right ear toward the shoulder to get a little extra stretch through the fascia of the top of the shoulder, the side of the neck, and each reach up, of course, an invitation for the center of the chest to spin and spiral toward the heavens. On the next reach up, pause there, inhale. Exhale, touch down. Bring the left knee in to join the right. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Stay here with a curved spine. Tuck the toes under and sit the hips back toward the heels. Look between the hands. Press the hands strongly down and forward as you begin to lift the hips toward your first down dog. As the hips lift, start to pedal through the feet right and left and right and left, beginning to ease out through the legs for today, through the spine, through the hips. Come back to a neutral place and explore a little cat and cow here, rocking forward to curl in, rocking back to extend, A little bit more through the chest, through the armpits. Whatever this looks like and feels like for you today is perfect. And then come on back to a more neutral position here. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, maybe a gentle little sigh. Hello, body. Look between the hands and bring the feet forward, Uttanasana at the top of your mat. You can have the feet hip-width distance apart if that feels better for the hips, the steadiness. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, offer your heart forward. Exhale, fold deeply in, relax the top of the head toward the mat. Good. Inhale, reach and stretch to lift halfway. Pause here, soften the knees, hands to hips. And on your next inhale, rise to stand with the back really nice and straight. Step the feet close together, Tadasana, keeping the feet hip-width distance apart, perfectly fine as well if you need a little steadiness rooting down today. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Surya Namaskar. Exhale, fold forward at the hips, relax the face. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, big step back with your right leg, lower the knee, untuck the toes, press into the fingertips and lift the chest. Press into the palms, tuck your back toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward, high plank position. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara, drop the knees, bend the elbows close to the chest and touch the chin and the chest, bum and belly stay high. Inhale, glide forward for Sphinx pose. Relax the legs behind you, come up onto your elbows, spread your 10 fingers wide, and as the toes gently reach back, the elbows push down and gently back as well to encourage the chest to open. Inhale one more time here. Exhale, lower the chest, press into the palms, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here in downward dog. As you press down and forward with the hands, the hips are gently lifting and floating toward the sky, heels dropping heavy, maybe in the direction of the mat. Look between the hands, step the right foot forward, lower the back knee, untuck the toes, press into the fingertips and lift the chest. Inhale one more time here. And as you exhale, please step your left foot forward, Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway, length through the spine. Exhale, take that length as you dive forward. Inhale, all the way to stand, all the way up. Exhale, the arms by the sides. Great, other side. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, left leg steps back, big low lunge. Lower the knee, untuck the toes, press into the fingertips and inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, tuck your back toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward, high plank position. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest and chin. Sphinx again, or inhale to Bhujangasana, a little baby lifting of the chest forward and up, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here in your Adho Mukha Svanasana, starting to clue into the idea that there's no beginning and no end to anything. Inhaling, and at the top of the inhale, it flows into the exhale, and as the exhale completes, it just rises into the next inhale. Look between the hands, step the left foot forward, lower the knee, untuck the toes, and lift the chest on an inhale. Exhale, please step forward with your right foot, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to stand, all the way up. Exhale, the arms by the sides. Great. Drop the chin to the chest and have one circle of the head to the right. And when the chin reaches the chest again, one circle of the head to the left. And we'll do that one more time as the chin returns center, one circle to the right, maybe a little action with the shoulders here to loosen through the body, and one gentle circle to the left. Sound effects are perfectly welcome. No one can hear you probably after all. Return back to your Tadasana and we'll add a few variations. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, fold. Breath, the music to your movement. No beginning, no end. Inhale, offer your heart forward. Exhale, big step back with the right foot, low lunge. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes, gently draw the thighs together as you lift the chest forward and up. Find a steadiness through the legs and inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe pressing the palms together, maybe looking up toward the thumbs. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right elbow to left thigh. Right arm up and over. Keep sinking the hips down and forward as you draw the belly up and in. And if the floor is close by to those left fingertips, go ahead and reach down and see if that doesn't help you to spin the rib cage open to the right just a little bit more. Good. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, one hand on either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg. Press into the right hand and lift the left arm high to the sky. Draw the left inner thigh gently toward the midline as you reach the top of the head forward and the back heel back. From there, maybe a peeling open of that top shoulder, any amount more. Breathe. Exhale, touch the left hand down, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, lower in whatever way feels good. Inhale, your version of a back bend for today. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here, trying to find the infinite nature of the breath, the fluidity that is actually the greater part of you, inhaling and exhaling. And then look between the hands and walk forward 1 foot at a time, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, a little Charlie Chaplin walk shuffle to the top of your mat. Great. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, softening the knees, always to protect the spine. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. And exhale, the arms by the sides. Beautiful. We'll try the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, big step back with that left foot. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes, draw the inner thighs gently together, and then lift through the center of the chest. Find the steadiness in the legs. Inhale, just sweep the arms up overhead. Draw the belly gently up and in to lift a little more through the chest, maybe palms pressing, gazing toward the thumbs, maybe just keeping the hands on the ground. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, right elbow to right thigh, left arm reaches up and over to the left. If the floor is nearby, reach for it. If you think it's nearby and you reach for it but you don't find it, just bring the elbow back. It's no big deal. Let the hips sink down and forward. And maybe peel the chest open to the left a little bit more. Good. Inhale to the top. Exhale, one hand on either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg, press into the left hand and reach the right arm up. Simple twist, reaching forward with the top of the head, back with the back heel. Spinning the left side of the rib cage toward the right inner thigh toward the left side of the rib cage. And letting that right arm just be like a flag of peace up there, gentle, soft. Touch the right hand down, downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward, high push-up position. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, forward and up, soft through the shoulders, soft through the face. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. In and out. High tide and low tide. Soft, fluid, steady but mobile. Look between the hands, rise to your tippy toes, and keep the heels lifted. Tippy toe your way forward, all the way forward. You can do it. Try to keep your palms pressing down into the mat. Tippy toe forward, tippy toe forward, tippy toe forward, tippy toe forward. Keep those heels lifting for a moment more. Feel the strength of your belly here, and then lower the heels. Relax the spine and the head. Inhale, all the way to stand, all the way up. Exhale, the arms by the sides. Great. Separate your feet about hip-width distance apart and grasp your 10 fingers behind your back. Start to lengthen the arms here to spread and broaden across the chest. Keep the low belly drawing up and in. Soften the knees and bend at the hips, bringing the top of the body forward. As the top of the head reaches for the ground, you can lift the knuckles up away from the back of the body, maybe up toward the ceiling or the sky, and maybe even a little bit forward. Rock the weight forward into the balls of your feet, and then shift the weight a little bit right to left, right to left. Part of finding fluidity or reconnecting with it is just understanding that we're not really ever stuck anywhere. Come on back to the center. Lower the knuckles first to the sacrum and then touch the fingertips down. Inhale, lift and lengthen, lifting halfway. Exhale, right foot, big step back for a low lunge. Lower the knee, untuck the toes, and glide the center of the chest forward and up. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, press the palms together, and as the hips sink down and forward, the fingertips may be gliding up and back and up and back. Beautiful. Exhale, touch down around the front foot, tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg, and once again, lift the left arm for a simple twist. Hips can sink in space just a little bit as the heel behind you and the top of the head reach in opposite directions, spinning the chest open. Exhale, touch the left hand down outside the left foot and sweep that left leg all the way up and back behind you. Bend the knee, let the heel fall to the hips and open through that left hip any amount more. Good. Inhale, lengthen through the left leg. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, glide forward and hold steady. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, knee to nose, glide forward, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, hold steady here. Look under your right arm, slide your left leg there. Bend your knees a lot and reach your right arm high for the sky. A modified fallen star here. If it feels okay for the spine and the lower back, you can start to straighten the legs any amount, but I suggest you just keep them soft and fluid so that maybe you can reach that right arm even farther back in space. Beautiful. Touch the right hand down, downward facing dog. Lift the heels a lot away from the mat. Sink the hips toward the heels as much as you can. And then spring through the legs. Lift the hips. Curl the spine like cat and roll all the way forward. Wave through the body. Hips lower. Chin lifts still on the balls of the feet. Tuck the chin under. Roll the spine back. A big ripple wave through the body. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, feel steady, feel at ease. Step the feet a little closer together. Send the right leg high to the sky. Glide the knee forward and step through for a high lunge. Steady through the legs, draw the belly in, and on an inhale, just float the arms up overhead. Great, reach back and bend into that right knee, and then lift your chest. Swing the right arm back behind you to find the top of the back of the left leg. That was a lot of words. And then reach the left fingertips for the sky and maybe start to glide them back any amount. Toss your head back, be fluid with the uncertainty and maybe sink into the legs a little bit more. Great. Inhale to rise. Sweep the left arm all the way forward. Lower your back heel. Keep swinging the body and fluidly guide yourself to warrior two. Hips and shoulders are open in the same direction. Right knee really bending forward and down. Gaze toward the right fingertips. Feel steady and feel the fluidity of your breath at the same time. Side angle, right elbow to right thigh, left arm up and overhead. Strong through that left leg, strong reach through the left fingertips. Good. Inhale to rise, straighten both legs, reverse here by lifting the right arm high to the sky, lifting the chest a little bit, and then glide forward to triangle pose, hips back, fingertips reaching forward, and the right hand finds the shin, a book, a can of soup, left hand to your left hip. As you inhale, lengthen the top of your head toward the front of your mat, and as you exhale, imagine that you're leaning back against a wall behind you. Maybe the left arm is reaching up as decoration, but really soft. Reach toward the sky. Flip the left palm forward toward the front of the mat and reach it up over the left ear. Utthita Trikonasana, beautiful. Look to the right toes, bend the right knee, plant your left palm and bump your back heel up. Take a step halfway in with that left foot for Parsvottanasana. Inhale, lengthen and lift through the chest. Exhale, fold forward over that front leg. Feel a steadiness through the legs here, active without tension. And then imagine the top of the body just draping over the front of your right leg. Look to the right toes. Please step forward with your left foot. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way to stand, all the way up. Exhale, the arms by the sides, beautiful. We'll try the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up, step the feet a little farther apart, and as you exhale, find that grasp, that clasp behind the back again. If it feels familiar, uncross the fingers and cross them the opposite way, and then lengthen through the arms, broad across the chest, soften the knees as you dive forward. Relaxing the head and the neck, lifting the knuckles up and forward. Roll the weight onto the balls of the feet and listen carefully here. Bend your right knee a lot and see if you can reach your right ear for the outer edge of your left knee. Take a nice deep breath wherever that landed you. And then come on back to the center. Bend the left knee a lot and see if you can sweep the left ear toward the outer edge of the right knee, keeping the weight over the balls of the feet. Good. Come on back to the center. Drop the knuckles to the sacrum. Touch the fingertips down. Inhale, lengthen, get long. Exhale, big step back with the left leg. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes, and lift the center of the chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, press the palms together, gaze up if that's okay for the neck, and then sink the hips down as you reach up and back, reach up and back. It might even be an imaginary movement, but reach up and back, reach up and back. Great. Exhale, touch down. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg, lift the right arm to the sky. Simple twist, lower the hips. Reach back with your left heel and spin the ribcage open. Touch the right hand down and swing that right leg all the way up and back. Bend the knee, drop the heel, and open through the hips any amount. Inhale, lengthen through the right leg. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, glide forward and hover. Inhale, sweep the leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over the wrist, hover round. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, hold. Look left. Send that right leg there. Maybe adjust your costume a little bit. Soften your knees and reach the left arm high to the sky. Maybe straightening through the legs, but maybe taking this opportunity to stay fluid in your action and then sweep that left arm maybe up and back a little bit and just enjoying this big opening of the front of the body. Good. Place the left hand down. Step back to downward facing dog. Lift the heels a lot, bend the knees a lot, and hover the hips over the heels, and then spring up, round through the spine, wave the body forward, lower the hips, lift the chin, and tuck the chin round between the shoulder blades, all the way back to your down dog. Step the feet a little closer together, send the left leg high to the sky, and step it forward for a high lunge. Get steady between the legs and inhale, lift and rise. Take a moment here. Inhale, and as you exhale, anything in body, breath, or attitude to make you feel fluid. And then drop the left arm to find the back of the right leg. Reach those right fingertips up, 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 so far up that they reach back. Bend into the left knee, reach up and back, reach up and back. Beautiful. Inhale to rise, exhale, reach the right arm forward, lower the back heel, sweep the body forward, up to warrior two. I'm just going to readjust myself here so I can keep seeing you, but stay where you are. Side angle, lower the left elbow to the left thigh, and swing that right arm up and over. Great. On your next inhale, come to stand, straighten both legs and reach the left fingertips up as you reach up and lift the chest up. And then glide forward to triangle pose, Trikonasana, hips back, left fingertips forward, land them, and place your right hand to your hip. Inhale, lengthen the top of the head toward the front of the mat. Exhale, spin the rib cage, open, open, open. Reach that right arm high, just as decoration here. And then flip the right palm forward and extend it out over the right ear. Look to the left toes, bend the left knee, place the right hand there and bump the back heel up. Step halfway forward with the right foot, Parsvottanasana. Inhale, offer your heart forward with fluidity. Exhale, dive into the deep waters of trust as you let your head and your neck hang. A few deep breaths here. Look to the left foot and please step the right foot to join it. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold and plant the palms. Step the feet a little bit behind the hands and just squat down for a moment, feeling the hips soften, feeling the body soften. Bakasana. Plant your palms. Lift your hips a lot, separate your knees, and place the knees to the back of the arms as high up toward the armpits as you can. Rock the weight gently forward, drawing up and in like the belly button is a helium balloon, but offering the heart and the gaze forward, so much so that the toes maybe just start to float away from the ground. Hold steady. Touch the toes. Lower to the seat without a sound. Navasana, boat pose. Shins can lift so that they're parallel to the mat. Arms also parallel to the mat. If this feels too much, touch one toe, maybe touch both, but continue to lean back a little bit like you're sunbathing. Reach the heart gently up. You can extend the toes here, any variation that feels nice for you, but try to relax your forehead and your jaw. Touch the toes down, get some momentum, rock forward, and we'll try that again. Lift the hips, split the knees. Knees come high on the back of the arms. Look forward, rock forward, lift your chest forward and up. Draw the belly strongly up and in, and up you go, flying through the air. Maybe starting to straighten the arms a little bit, and then touch the toes down. Have a gentle seat into your boat once again. If you're lengthening through the legs, can you reach through the arms but stay soft in the fingertips? Lift the center of the chest. On an exhale, Ardha Navasana, lower halfway down. Ooh, enjoy those shakes and wiggles. And then lift gently back up like you're rising out of a refreshing swim, and then bend the knees and we'll rock forward one more time. Plant the hands, lift the hips, separate the knees, and off we go. Leaning forward, looking forward, rocking forward, toes get light, arms maybe pressing down towards straight. Even if the toes are on the ground, pretend you're flying and enjoy the heck out of it for a moment more. And then lower down, have a seat, and one last touch to Navasana. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Feel the power of the belly strong. And then cross the feet, crawl your way forward to your hands and your knees, and gently lower the body for Sphinx. Good. Extend the legs one at a time back behind you. Prop yourself up on your elbows. Spread your 10 fingers wide. Draw the belly gently away from the mat as you just glide the heart forward. The chin can stay a little bit low here as the chest lifts and you regain your breath. Okay, a little playfulness with our strength and integration. Keep your hands planted as they are. Tuck your toes behind you and lift up to your low plank. Holding steady here, Vashisthasana left side, trying to lift the right arm and right leg simultaneously. Hi there. Come on back to the center as gracefully as you can, and we'll try the other side. Outer edge of the right foot, left arm, left leg, lifting. If you start to topple and wobble, who cares? Just come on back and give it another try. Come back to the center. We'll try each side one more time. Outer edge of the left foot, right arm, right leg, lift. Hey, and over you go to the other side. Right outer edge of the foot, left arm and left leg reach together. Great. Come on down and very gracefully lower to your belly. Place the palms next to your rib cage. Extend the right arm out to the right, palm facing down. Roll onto the right side of the body and relax your right ear down toward the ground. Bend your left knee. Place your left foot behind your right leg. Try to place the foot close to the right leg so that you can let the left knee drop back in space. Continue to lengthen through the right arm, pawing gently into the ground with your right fingertips, and have a breath or two here as the front of the shoulder, the front of the chest opens more deeply. And then come on back to the center, and we'll try the other side. Great. Extend the left arm out to the left, palm down, shoulder height, and then roll onto the left side of the body, letting your head really relax down to the floor. Bend the right knee, place the right foot on the floor behind the left leg, and let it fall back. Often fluidity is just understanding how much effort, where effort needs to be, and not giving effort where it doesn't really need to be. Great. Roll back to the belly. Place both palms next to the rib cage, and then separate your hands so that they're off your mat. Push up gently toward Bhujangasana here as I reattach this beautiful microphone. Great. Press the chest up and then lower the right shoulder down to the ground and come on back through the center. Lower the left shoulder down to the ground and come on back to the center. Beautiful. Lower the right shoulder and come on back and lower the left shoulder and come on back. Terrific. Lower the chest, place the palms, come back to your hands and your knees. Good. Look to your hands and step your right foot outside your right hand. Oh my goodness. Lower the hips down, being fluid with teaching to a telephone, but imagining your beautiful faces out there. Great. Let the hips continue to sink down and forward, and just lift the chest gently forward and up. This might be plenty, or left elbow, right elbow, lowering down toward Prishtasana. Wherever you choose to be here, have a few little rounds of cat and cow on your own. And then if you're on your elbows, come on back to your hands. Everyone lift your right arm to the sky and bend your left knee and see if you can make a connection between hand and foot. If the hand and foot don't come together, don't worry about it. Just press into that left hand, let the hips sink down and forward, and spin your chest open to the right. Have another nice deep breath here. Great. Release the foot in the hand. Place the right hand inside the right foot and downward facing dog to breathe it out. Inhale. And as you exhale, just flutter your lips. That was a bad flutter. Inhale one more time and just have a gentle sigh. Inhale one more time and lower the knees down to the ground. Right. Step the left foot forward. Prishtasana, other side. Let the hips sink down, down, down. Press into the palms and lift the center of the chest. Stay here and enjoy, or right elbow, then left elbow, all the way down to the ground. Wherever you choose to be, start to work through some cat and cow. Finding length in the spine and encouraging a little deeper opening through that left hip. Great. Pause with your chest lifted for another breath. And then everyone return to your hands. Lift the left arm high to the sky, bend the right knee, and reach back to see if you can make a connection between hand and foot. If you do, if you don't, doesn't matter. Let the hips sink. Open your chest to the left. Right. Release whatever you've got going on behind you. Circle the left hand down to the mat. Tuck your back toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana. downward facing dog. Have a nice, big, delicious stretch here. And then step your feet one paw print in front of where they are, and then separate them so the outer edges of the feet match the outer edges of your mat. Great. Come on up to your left fingertips. And once you've got your steadiness, walk your left hand back to find the outer edge of your right ankle. Press down and forward with your right hand and spin the chest underneath that right arm. Keep lifting the hips up toward the sky. Breath is steady. Fluidity in your breathing. And then replace the left hand with the right. Come on up to the right fingertips, and we'll try the other side. Keep the hips lifting up and back. Right hand to the outside edge of the left ankle. Pull gently with the arm and spin your body underneath the left arm. Try to relax your face, your jaw, and enjoy a nice big deep breath. Great. Place the right hand next to the left. Look between the hands and have a little hop of the feet around your hands for Malasana. Start to sit the bum back into a yogi squat here, just touching for a moment. Palms come together in prayer position, spine lengthens, shoulders relaxed, and breathe deeply. Touch the fingertips down, start to lift the hips to lengthen the legs, relax the head and the neck, and heel toe your feet back toward Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, long through the spine. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale all the way to stand, all the way up. Exhale the arms by the sides. Beautiful. Find Tadasana at the top of your mat. Bring the left hand to your left hip and plant solidly down into that left foot. As you're ready, lift the right heel first, telling your body you're about to shift your weight, and then lift the right knee up into the air. Staying here, holding the knee, practicing your balance, using a table, a chair, a friend, perfectly fine. If you'd like to move on, reach down with your peace fingers for that left big toe, for the right big toe. Right? Root down into the left leg. Relax the shoulders, stand up really nice and tall, and send the right heel forward. Lower the right hip down in space a little bit. Continue to relax the shoulders, the ears, and the lips. And then whether you've got your knee or your extended leg, everybody try to open to the right. Left arm can open in opposition, gaze can follow the left fingertips, but wherever you are, celebrate all those shakes and wiggles that are actually the dance of your steadiness. Beautiful. Come on back to the center. Lift the left arm high and cross it over the outside of your right foot to release your right hand. Lift the right hand up toward the ceiling and open it, swim it open toward the back, opening the chest toward the right. If you topple over, if you're wobbling and shaking, can you celebrate that for whatever it is and just keep trying your best, fluid and easy. Good. Look forward. Bend the right knee and release the right leg next to the left and have a little shake of the legs. Beautiful. We'll try the other side. Right hand to right hip. Steady through that right leg and then lifting the left knee up in the air. Maybe holding on to the knee, maybe even not. If you're moving on, peace fingers of the left hand around the left big toe and then stand up straight again. Great. Feel that right foot rooting down but relaxed as you kick the left heel forward in space. Drop the left hip just a little bit to lift the center of the chest. And then as you're ready, open the gateway to fluidity. Maybe reach that right arm out to the right, and maybe letting the gaze follow it. Great. Come on back to the center, lift the right arm high, and sweep it down to find the outer edge of that left foot to release the left hand. Reach the left hand up and circle it back behind you, dancing Shiva. Continue to lift and lengthen through the spine. Continue to feel strong and steady through that right leg, and maybe look all the way back toward your left fingertips. Part of fluidity is also not being attached to any kind of income. So wherever you are, smile and feel proud. And then look forward, soften that left knee, lower the foot, and have a little shake of the legs. Beautiful. Finding Tadasana here. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana, relax the head. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to stand. Stop at the top, pause at the top, lift the heels, coming high onto the tippy toes. Keep reaching the fingers up as you bend your knees. Reach up to bend down. Any problems with the knees, please put your hands to the ground and just squat down to join us. Lift up, sink down, heels high, lift up, sink down. Great. Separate the knees, reach the fingers forward. Sit the bum without a sound and roll all the way to your back. Lengthen the legs beneath you. Have a big stretch of the whole body here. Enjoy. Breathe in. And on your next exhale, lower the arms to the sides of the body and bend the knees to place the feet flat to the floor. Setu Bandha Sarvangasana bridge pose. Bend at the elbows, reaching the fingertips for the sky so that the upper arms are still hugging into the rib cage, pressing gently against your mat. Press down into the forearms and the shoulders and gently into the back of the head to draw the shoulder blades just a little closer together, creating a little broadening across the chest. And then when you're ready, press into the feet, press into the back of the head, press into the top of the shoulders, and lift the hips high. You can keep the fingertips reaching up to the sky, relax the arms down toward the mat, even grasp together behind the back. Wherever you choose to be, get really steady, hug the inner thighs toward the midline, and bring your right knee into your chest. If you've still got room, reach those right toes high up above you, lengthening through the legs, holding steady. And then soften that knee, place the foot down, and just feel a neutrality here with both feet grounded. As you're ready, left knee draws into the chest, toes reach up for the sky. Keep lifting through the hips as you reach that leg up, up, up. Beautiful. Bend the knee, place the foot, and one vertebrae at a time, make your way down to your mat. Separate your feet a little bit wider, rest your palms to your belly, and let your knees fall in toward one another. Inhale deeply here, and exhale to relax. Relax, relax. One more nice deep inhale. Exhale, relax. We'll try that one more time. Step the feet back in, heels in line with the hips. Keep the heels as close to the hips as you can without using your hands to pull them in. And then once again, bend at the elbows. If you know full wheel and you're ready to go there in your practice, please feel free. Just be mindful of your neck. Otherwise, press into the upper arms gently into the back of the head and lift those hips high. Maybe lengthening the arms by the sides, maybe grasping the 10 fingers under the sacrum and then snuggling those shoulders a little bit farther underneath to lift the hips any amount more. Imagine rolling the weight of the feet toward the inner edges of the feet, hugging those inner thighs in toward the midline. Have one more nice big deep breath here as the front of the body is opening. And then once again, one vertebrae at a time, lowering all the way down. Separate the feet a little bit more. Let the knees fall in toward one another and rest the hands where they're comfortable for 2 or 3 big deep breaths. If you didn't do wheel that time and you'd like to do it now, please feel free. Either pause the video and take your practice or just catch up with us when you're done. For everyone else, heel toe your feet back toward the midline again. Hug that right knee into your chest. Use the strength of your biceps here to hug the thigh up and around the rib cage, keeping the shoulders and the throat relaxed. If you want to extend the left leg beneath you, you can do that as well. As you're ready, keep a hold of the right knee with the left hand. Extend the right arm out to the right shoulder height, and up and over you go for a simple twist, gliding the right knee across the left side of the body. Have a deep breath or 2 here, just feeling the situation of the body. Being fluid in our ability to know that from day to day things change. And if you'd like to bend that bottom knee, reaching with your right hand for the instep of the left foot, you can take that variation. Just be sure to keep the left foot really close to the mat. And continue to drop that right shoulder heavy down toward the mat. Great. If you've got a hold of the bottom leg, extend it out beneath you and draw the knee back in toward the chest. Bend your left knee, place the foot flat to the floor, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and a gentle little figure 4 here. Right arm threads between the legs, left arm coming on the outside of the left thigh, either grabbing behind the thighs, maybe up around the shin. And then gentle pull of the legs toward your chest. Encouraging the hips to open often creates a little tension in the jaw, so maybe just open your mouth and wiggle your jaw around a little bit, and then have another nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, melt. Great. Lower the left foot, uncross the right, and hug that left knee into the chest. Extend the right leg down beneath you, but if that creates any discomfort in the low back, the shoulders, the neck, just keep that bottom leg bent. And then as you're ready, use the right hand to guide the left knee across the right side of the body, extending the left arm to the left at shoulder height. And even if you took the variation on the first side, just pause for a second here, breathe, and fluidly receive the information from this side of the body. And then if you tried it on the first side, go ahead, bend that bottom leg, reach down with the left hand for the instep of your right foot. Nothing else about your shape should have changed. And then letting that left shoulder fall heavy toward the mat. And breathing in and breathing out. Great. Lengthen the bottom leg if it's bending. Bring the left knee back to the center. Bend the right knee to place the foot flat to the mat. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. And see if you can take a similar variation on this side as you did on the first. Figure 4 or reclined pigeon. Back of the thigh, top of the shin. And then really making an effort here to relax the shoulders and the throat and the face and the jaw. And as if your biceps are like pulling your legs lovingly in toward you for a warm embrace. Breathe and enjoy. Great. Lower the right foot, lower the left foot, and heel toe your feet out to the edges of the mat. Raise your arms up overhead and just windshield wiper through the legs, letting the knees fall right and left and right and left and right and left a few times. And then one last time, give yourself a hug. Draw those knees into the chest. Lift the forehead up toward the knees and squeeze your body into a sweet little bowl. In this tight little space, squeeze in just a little bit more. Can your feet be together, your shins, your calves, your knees, your thighs, just really hugging everything in. Squeeze it in, pull it in, hug it in. And Savasana, relaxing the body out. One leg at a time, extending out to the floor. Legs separated from one another, arms away from the sides of the body. Press into the tops of the shoulders and the back of the head, once again to snuggle those shoulder blades together, and then let the rest of the body really relax around it. And hear the ultimate celebration of your fluidity. As the physical body, the structure of your body moves towards stillness for a few moments, we witness the fluidity and ease of the breath and the pulsing and flowing and complete liberation of the energy of the body. If you feel you'd like to continue your Shavasana, please stay as long as you'd like. And otherwise, take a nice big deep breath in, and as you exhale, part the lips and have a gentle sigh out. The gentle, encouraging wiggle of the tips of the fingers and the tips of the toes, maybe a little rock right to left with the head. And then bend the knees, placing the feet flat to the floor and rolling onto one side of the body or the other, using that bottom arm as a pillow for the head. Take a breath or two here on your side. Feeling perhaps this renewed sense of fluidity, of flow. And as you use the strength of your arms to bring you back to any comfortable seat, just remembering that that is actually the essence of you. Right? Sitting up really nice and tall here, enjoying a long but soft and light spine. Bring the palms together in Anjali Mudra. Take one more nice deep inhale in, and as you exhale, just imagine feeling completely comfortable in your own skin. Your nature is fluidity. You're returning home is actually returning to flow. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again on the mat. Namaste. Welcome to your practice.